I just am sitting here right now and I just feel like I want to cry, because my heart hurts for mankind, but it really truly hurts for women, because we are so strong, man. We are so strong and powerful, and it's like most of us are like blind. You know what I'm saying? Like, we become so consumed in like finding a man or wanting a man or having somebody support us or feeling like less than just because we had children, or getting beat down with words or physically. Like, we just get treated like scum. And I just becoming like so close to God, and like I've already always been like a sensitive, like empathetic person, and it's just becoming stronger, and it's kind of almost a little annoying because I was already so sensitive, and now it's like even more. But like, I really found myself earlier when I was eating dinner really almost about to cry in a restaurant, because it's just so many of us are just lost. And I have no judgment, because I was one of those lost women too. And now that I've been found, my heart just hurts for all the women out there that I know are still struggling. Like, you can hear it on TV, see it on TV, like you hear it in this music. Like, even that song by the boy's a liar, the boy's a liar, like that part where Ice Spice is in there and she like thinking about me because he know that it's fat. Like, it irritates my soul every time I hear that part, because it's like, sis, like, why you want brother to be thinking about you because your booty fat? He not thinking about you because of your mind, at least because of your face, because of the vibe you have, the vibe you bring. Like, that's not a flex that he thinking about you because your booty fat. What about your energy? What about your aura? Like, all that stuff. Like, what about everything else that you have to bring to the table except your body? It's like men objectify us, and it's become so normalized that we just objectify ourselves. Like, and it makes me mad, but then it makes me sad, because like we literally have all the power, yo. That's why women are so good at being personal, like PIs, private investigators. We can research something quick, find something out real quick. That's why we're so good at persuading. We're so good at these things. We know how to use words. Dang, that I'm sorry, like we know what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you think about it in a biblical aspect, like, just think about it. Eve really got Adam to bite that apple. Adam was the first man that God created. Like, just think about that. You are the first human that the Almighty God created. God created this man whole with everything he needed. Adam was smart. He named all the animals. This man named all the animals. So God knew Adam needed a helper, and he created Eve. And Eve got this grown, handmade from God man to bite that apple. Like, just think about that. Like, just think about that. Sorry, like, just think about that. Women, like, y'all, sis, like, we have so much power. We have so much, like, crazy influence, so much more than these men. And we just shoot each other down. Like, we treat each other like the men treat us. And it's just so sad, like, all the separation that goes on between us, like, all the bondage. And it's so crazy because I think I said earlier, like ever since I've been coming closer to God, like my heart has just become more open, and I just see people as valuable, and I just see women as gems. Like, sis, you're a gem. You're a gem. You can't treat yourself like that. You gotta love yourself. Like, you gotta love yourself. And that's how I know, like, I've gotten to a point where I'm really mastering this self-love thing. Because I don't even look at other women as competition anymore. Because I'm like, sis, whatever you doing over there, like, that's you. Like, that's you. Like, ain't nobody in my lane. Ain't nobody driving next to me in the next lane or the lane over there. I'm in my own lane. Whatever you got going for yourself, like, you go. Because I honestly used to have a problem with jealousy. Now, I've never been jealous of anybody. Like, that's my friend or that's my family, my blood. Like, never that. But, like, just people on the outside. Like, I'd be like, dang, man. Like, because I felt like, why I can't have that? Like, what I need to do to have that? You know what I'm saying? But, like, I fell to my knees and, like, God, like, please help me. Like, I don't want to be like this no more. Like, I don't want to covet anything that your children have, you know. And what God revealed to me, he revealed to me that we shouldn't be jealous of each other, because most of the time, those people who have what you feel like you deserve or what you want, they were already in spiritual alignment to receive what they had. They already had the boldness. They already had the confidence. They already had the self-respect, the self-love, and the dignity to get what they got. Most of the time we have what we got and we're not happy with what we got is because our ways and our mindset is what got us what we have. Like, that's not anybody else's fault that was in alignment with God and with themselves to have received what they got. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's a word right there that I just pray that blesses somebody. I've been feeling so ready to get back on YouTube, but I'm just like, you know, I'm really getting in the deep, like, with God right now, and, you know, I'm ready to fully come back, but it's just, I just don't feel that it's that time yet. But, like, this was really pulling on my spirit. Like, I've been thinking about this for a while, and I'm just thinking about it now, like, ladies, we gotta do better. Like, we gotta do better. Like, we have everything we need in ourselves, in God. Like, we have all the power. And we just fight with other women. For what? For these men? These men that really don't even be looking at us. They looking at our booties. They looking at our boobies. You know what I'm saying? Like, so many of these men out here are addicted to porn. They be wanting to try threesomes and all this stuff. Like, and so many of us as women, like, beautiful gems, temples. We just become, like, sexualized. And so much of this stuff become normal. And we try these things to please this man. Or really, we just feed in his lust. And then, like, we start to like some of these things, or, like, then we start dealing with spiritual warfare, or we think about trying these things because we sick of these men, how they hurting us or whatever. Okay, like, I'm just gonna try to be with a female. Like, like, this dude ain't hitting it right. Let me go see what this girl be like, because I know she can, you know, eat it right. Like, whatever, I don't know, whatever people be thinking, but it's just like so much of the downfall of women, I think, is our fault a lot of times, because we don't realize, like, how strong we really are. Yeah, men may have more muscle and all that, but we don't need that. We are smarter than these men. We are smarter than these men. These men are smart too, but our brains are wired totally differently. And that's one thing you gotta understand, sis. Like, men and women, like, learning this one thing has really been changing the game for me. Men and women, y'all, we are just different. We're different. God created us totally different. Like apes and chimpanzees. Like, they're under the same family, but they're two different kind of animals. Like, when you really start to understand that men and women are different and how different we are, your life will really start to unfold for the better. Women are emotional creatures. Even if you're a woman and you feel like you're not emotional, that's probably because something happened in your life or in your past that has created you to be stale or unemotional, because we are emotional beings. That's how God created us. Men are logical. They're logical. They go by what makes sense and what don't. We go by how we feel. That's why we get mistreated so badly. There's so many reasons why we get treated so badly. But man, like, I just care so much about humans, like, and I'm a more introverted type of person, you know, so I truly need and desire my alone space. But I really desire close relationships with people who I really love and I really rock with. But like, it's become a normal thing in life, I think, for people to be like, oh, I don't like people. I don't mess with people like that. And I kind of felt myself like, I never was like, I don't like people, but I definitely was a person to be like, oh, people get on my nerves, you know, because people, you know, they people. But I've just come to a place in my life where I can't even believe like this heart I have for people, like even these men. Y'all, like, the reason these men do so many things that they do is because they hurt. They been hurt. They came up to, you know, people telling them they can't cry. They can't have emotions. Shut up, stop all that. You know what I'm saying? They were raised by mothers who were treated wrong by men, and that affected the way that they raised them. Some men didn't get the attention that they really deserve from their mother, so now they go out here seeking all this validation from women. They didn't have a solid, strong man of God, like a father in their life, to tell them that chasing cat is not gonna make you a bigger man. That's not gonna make you better. That's not gonna make you stronger. Like, y'all gotta think about this. Most of us were not raised in love the way we should have been, so it reflects the actions that we do. But fighting each other just doesn't work. And I was like really getting upset, because I'm like, yo, Gabby, like, why do you care so much about something that is just the way life is? Like, why are you being like this? And it's just like, the love of God is just throbbing in me so deep, I can't help it. Like, when I see a woman singing certain lyrics, or I see a woman like going back to this dude who been using, abusing her for years, and when I think about a lot of the actions that I've taken in the past, like with people I've been with or dealt with or whatever, like, it's just like, yo, like, we just don't know what we doing. We don't know what we doing. We don't know what we're doing. And I just pray that we just come to a point of revelation. It doesn't all happen overnight, because some of this stuff that we do, we just used to it. Like, this is the way we've wired our bodies. Like, this is the way society has ingrained in us to be. Like, I just found out that in Germany, like, is really sexualized. Like, they be having sex houses, sex shows. Like, they have a red light district where prostitution is like legal. And y'all, when I found this out, I was like, oh my gosh, like, what? Because it just made me feel like, yo, like, this is already like so captivating for some people. Like, it's so hard for so many like people to have a good relationship, especially women, because all of these men are like captivated by this physical, and like they just put it in your face over there. Like, it's open and it's free. Like, yeah, all of that stuff is taboo in the US, so which makes people want to do it more. But I think just because it's legal over there doesn't make, like, it's normal over there, but that doesn't make people any less perverted. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know. I don't even know. Like, maybe I'm just talking now. Like, I'm praying for mankind. I'm praying for the broken men and the broken women out there, and just that we find wholeness in ourselves, and that we just learn to love ourselves first, because that's really what it all comes down to. Like, because honestly, there's always going to be hurt and broken people out there. Like, there just is, because just like God is out here, the devil is out here too. He trying to take souls while Jesus trying to save them. Like, that's what he do. And so many bad things happen to people, and the devil just uses that to keep us in bondage. You know, the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Like, that's what he does. So if we're not strong enough or woke enough, like, he will really try to really tear us down. Like, so that's why it goes back to like self-love, because when you really like have real true self-love, like, I'm not talking about self-care, like getting your nails done and your hair done and taking a bath and doing your little skin routine. Like, no, I'm talking about in the deep, forgiving yourself for all the stuff you did in the past that you were ashamed of. Like loving yourself through all that, loving you for who you are and where you're at right now and where you're going. Like, real deep self-love. Like nobody can hold nothing over my head, because I know who I am and I know what I'm about. I know where I've been, I know where I'm at, and I know where I'm going. Like, that type of self-love. Like, when you get to that point, or you start walking in that, you achieve that, you will start to honor yourself and your body and just everything of your being so much more, and you won't even allow that type of stuff in. And I'm praying for that for the men and the women. Before we can do right by each other, like, we got to learn how to do right by ourselves first. And if you don't know how to start with that, if you don't know where to go with that, like, just start with God. Like, when they say the Bible is the book of life, y'all, it's literally the book of life. Start in Proverbs. Like, I haven't even fully read Proverbs yet, because I'm reading the Bible from cover to cover, but I have a Promise Bible. Get you one of them. Get you one of them. It breaks down like different type of scriptures you can go to for when you're feeling certain type of things, or you want to learn certain type of things. Get you one of them and start digging into what God says about you. Start digging into what Jesus said about you, and start believing that. Read that thing every day. Read them scriptures every day and get it down. Get it down in you. You need to start your self-love journey. Sis, like, we better than this. We stronger than this. We wiser than this. We don't need to be taking this type of stuff. And men, y'all are better than this. Treating women like this. Y'all queens. Y'all princesses. Treating yourselves like this. Y'all are kings. Doing slumlord stuff. No, y'all. We are royalty. And that's what we need to be moving as. And I'm going to just let y'all go with that. I miss y'all. I'm praying for y'all. And just know that I'll be back. Just doing my thing with God right now, and let him do his thing. Life is good, and it's only getting better. I'm praying for y'all. I love y'all. And until next time, peace and love. I'm out.